Hello and welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is someone who wants more playground horror scenes in horror movies. It's Anande Boetes.
Hi.
I love a good
Yeah.
playground horror scene. There's a full-on set piece in this movie that's playground horror.
Yeah, true. And it's pretty well done. Like, you know something is gonna happen. You're just not sure what. And then, I mean, yeah, it's like a gnarly kid, which turns out to be not a kid, but yeah, I don't know. It's quite a scene, Mark.
Between this and Willy's Wonderland, we've had some good attacks. I talked about that with David Cross, but you and I both love Willy's Wonderland. There's been some good sort of playground, cheeky restaurant horror. We need more of that. I wonder how you could fit that in. There's a water park horror movie, but I'm not really into that one. Piranha
What?
3. Yeah, it's like there's one called I don't know, Death Slide or something, and then there's Piranha 3DD.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not too
I'm
good.
thinking about more films with playgrounds in it.
Like
I
It
mean, there's
Follows
not.
has a swing set.
Yeah, I guess. I guess.
Scream? Does someone sit on a swing in Scream?
Nah,
No.
not they don't. No.
I feel like it'd be a good ground for like a horror comedy. Cooties? No, that's in the school.
Yeah, that's an actual school.
I feel like a
Plus, I
jungle
think.
gym. You know those old school jungle gyms, Zanandi, where they're metal and you can get inside of them. They're kind of like a half circle from the ground and they're just steel. That'd be a good thing to fight zombies in.
Yeah, kind of like, yeah, but then I'm thinking about Community now and like their zombie episodes. Like
The
that's
pillow
something you
fight?
would see in something like that. Yeah, it's actually funny. There's not more playground type of, because I mean, some creepy stuff can happen on a playground. You've got the kids, so yeah, easy horror creep factor check. You got sand. Oh my
Yep.
gosh, sand, Mark.
Mm-hmm. Sand
Yeah,
horror? Sand playground
sand
horror?
horror, like worms and stuff.
Oh, wait. Like Tremors?
Wow, like tremors,
But
sure.
just worms in the sand?
Yeah, like this is going off topic now, but I do think we need more worm movies because, like, I feel like we have Dune and we have Tremors, and I'm like tired of referencing those two. So we need more worm horrors. Is I think the conclusion here.
You know what we need to do? So if you think about it, every time a new shark movie comes out, they do the best shark movies ever made. So Deep Blue Sea keeps popping up and keeps being mentioned. And so does the director of Orphan. He made The Shallows. So that movie keeps getting referenced. So you and we got to make a horror movie or write a horror movie that features a monster that has never, like an Orphan. I mean, this has never been featured before. We need to feature a
Yeah,
monster that has just never, ever, like, radioactive gophers or there's been
I love it.
zombievers, so we need to come up with something that no one's ever done before. Or
Zombievers. Oh my gosh, what? Why didn't I know
you've never
about
seen
some?
zombievers? Oh, it's a good time. But yeah, like we need to create something where there's enough of them, so every time a new one comes out, our movie gets put into a list.
Exactly. That is very clever. Yeah,
Yep.
we need to think sand monster that hasn't been done to death that can also be on a playground so that we can literally write a playground horror scene. And of course, needs to feature a jet ski somewhere in it. So
Sand shark, but that's already happened.
I feel if we can like at least put the stuff that we want together, like a movie will end up writing itself. Um,
Sandworm shark.
Or what about killer sand lice?
Whoa, killer sand lice? That's a
Yeah, and it's like
gets in
it
your hair?
doesn't just it's yeah, and it eats your brains, but it doesn't make you a zombie.
Whoa, it just kills you?
It just kills you. Or maybe it does make you a zombie. I don't know. Do we want the kids to live? That is always the question
You got it.
when you're
Kids
dealing
and
with kids in
zombies.
horror.
I love kids and zombies though. If you think about 28
They
weeks
do
later,
work. Mm. What was the one you said just now also with the kids?
sandworm shark.
No, the actual movie that exists.
Listen, that was 3 minutes ago. You know how I work.
Yeah, well, we made sure it onto a whole
What would you rather deal with,
Explain.
Zanandi? Esther or a sandworm shark? And you're a child.
Esther.
Yeah.
Esther.
You'd rather deal with
Yeah.
Esther over a sandworm shark?
Yeah, I would sit on her face, like, and not in a good way. Oh gosh, I can't say that.
Yeah, you would just you would Vera Farmiga her, and you would just smush her. In my
Yeah, I
notes,
know. I
I
would
have
squash her.
I have smush little girl in my notes, and that's
There we
when
go.
she falls through the greenhouse and just smashes Esther.
Yeah, when we watched that, like Corey was like, "Why would you think like I mean, you crushed her, but you didn't crash her. Like she's not dead. Why would you just go?" And I was like, "Well, she obviously wants to get her kid out of there. Like that's priority. She wants to get little Max out."
Hmm.
But also, yeah, she should have finished Esther right there and then. Like just crushed her skull. Yeah,
Take a
I would take
flower
on
pot
Esther.
and smash her brains.
It's right there. So many weapons. She's lying there. Obviously hurts. I mean, that was a chance. Like, I feel it's such a classic mistake. Or at least I actually said, I actually said shoot her in the knee. Because she took the gun.
Yeah,
Like, Mama Kate took the gun, played by Vera, awesome Vera. Shoot her in the freaking knee. And then, yeah, grab your child and get out of there.
that's the charm of
But
this
yeah,
movie,
I
though.
guess again, it's so easy to say it when you're not in the situation. But I would take on Esther before like a sand shark thing,
Sandworm shark.
sandworm shark.
Like Esther, you know what I love about this movie is I'm not trying to be reductive here, but this is just a really fun, trashy horror film that is well acted. It's I just think it's such like a and when I say trashy, for me, like, so I've been reading a lot about the interviews, behind the scenes interviews. Leonardo DiCaprio produced this, Joel Silver produced it, the folks at Dark Castle made this. But in they're talking. I was reading the notes though, and like there's just something really primal in that mother-child relationship, and they're taking it very seriously. They're like, to be great, a thriller has to be smart, and I'm kind of thinking, this movie's this movie is we were talking about this earlier. If this was released now, I think it would get the same response as, say, a Malignant, because Peter Sarsgaard's character in this movie is not a character. He is, what did you say?
Nah.
He was gullible incarnate. He just,
Yeah.
like, you,
Oh gosh.
there
This
has to
guy.
be, the more you watch this movie, and it's wonderful because it creates such, Megan, she started watching it and she actually stayed till the end. She was just,
Nice.
she's always busy, but she's like, I gotta finish this. And then it ends with Vera just breaking the neck of a woman's face with blood flying everywhere. It's beautiful. But yeah, this movie is so silly, and I don't like. There's a scene where she opens up the refrigerator door and she closes it, nothing's there. She closes the door and a bathroom mirror, Sarsgaard's there. There's a shot through the fish tank making you think that someone's in the fish tank. There's a shot from a crane that leads to nowhere. It's a nothing, but you're thinking, hey, maybe I might see somebody here. There's a cheeky sense of humor to it, I think. And what I love is, like, Sarsgaard's character is probably one of the worst husbands of film I've ever seen, because he's such an egg, and he's like, don't worry, like, it's not her. I'm taking the kids, and you're just laughing the whole time. Like, this isn't. Do you think they took this seriously, Zanandi?
I mean,
Like,
I don't think so. Like, I think they balanced it out quite nicely. Like, okay, guys, we're gonna make this thriller horror type thing. I mean, you read the content and it's like, whoa, this feels so like high concept, so like unbelievable. And I think that was what a lot of people were saying also. It's so unbelievable. But then, oh, this has actually happened twice that we know of.
yeah.
Once in Europe, where an adult impersonated a child and got away with it for a while there. And the second time was actually in the US. I read the article about it. I can't remember the exact names and states and whatever, but this has actually happened. So, thinking it's unlikely and how would people not know? Well, ask the real people who this happened to, because I think that's also the thing. I think it's again where we catch ourselves kind of overestimating ourselves, thinking, oh, how could you not know? How could you not see the signs? Well, Yeah, we're not as clever as we like to think we are. So.
And also, too, I hate when people are talking about, listen, if Michael Myers was chasing me, I would do a triple backflip and I would kick him in the face. I would lead him around a corner and pull I would put micro machines on the ground and some Legos. Like, no, you would be killed by Michael Myers. So I think,
or like I just said, shoot him in the knee.
yeah, exactly. Just listen, it's such an unparalleled thing that can happen to you. And you know what's interesting for me is I've noticed that when, like, let's say you're talking to somebody and something happens that is just so out of left field, you don't know how to respond to it sometimes because
Yeah,
your
100%.
brain like, I'm not talking about flight or
The
flight. Like,
what?
I'm not talking about like a buffalo
No,
chasing me or
no, we're
something.
talking like
Yeah, it's
time skips a beat.
like Esther comes out and she cuts the roses of the daughter who died. When you get those things, your brain, this is the worst thing that's ever happened. It's really hard to process. So yeah, anybody who says, "Oh yeah, yeah, this is what I would have done," like, no. And like, you're not crazy. Esther's crazy. The makeup's really good in this movie, by the way. When Esther starts looking like her age,
Yeah,
the teeth work on this and just the way that they age her up, oh, it's so impressive. But
it is.
it's just, yeah, okay. This is why I love this movie. I started off watching it and I was kind of thinking it was going to be serious. You have Vera Farmiga, you have Peter Sarsgaard, and it's well shot. The DP knows what he's doing. You have really excellent actors who joined on because of the script. Like Vera and Peter were both just like, this is a movie about a psycho adult trying to be a child, and like they signed on for this high concept idea. The director had made a movie before this that was pretty successful, Jamais Colette Serra. Yeah, he directed. Well, I already said it. He directed The House, but now he's working with The Rock. He directed what is it? Gosh, what's the movie? Jungle Cruise. Barf.
All
Sorry.
right.
It's fine.
Right,
But
right,
he was,
right, right,
Vera
right.
worked with him again on The Commuter, and then he did all those movies with um, Liam Neeson. And oh, he also did Goal 2, Living the Dream. Did you ever watch the Goal movies?
No, no, I don't know them.
So it's a movie about a kid who gets a call up to play football in England. That's the first one. The second one's like all green screen. It's really bad. But he directed it. And he also did House of Wax. Have you watched that recently, the 2005 movie?
I did do a rewatch about, I think at the start of the pandemic when we were all just like not knowing what to do with ourselves and watching all kinds of crap again. I did a rewatch. I did not enjoy it as much as a lot of people who's recently done rewatches have enjoyed it. But yeah, I mean, it's also not the worst.
It's one of those Twitter
What an endorsement.
It's one of those Twitter movies though that keeps popping up. It just keeps you keep seeing it in,
Yeah.
like movie
I
Twitter
feel like
loves it.
it's an ironic movie. I feel like people like it ironically. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I guess there's nothing because this one Orphan's a cult classic, but I think this movie's actually good. But I do
It
think
is.
like
Oh my gosh, it is so good.
and I I hope people don't think. Listen, everybody on set took this movie seriously. Vera Farmiga and Peter Sarsgaard are not going to be just walking on the set, pushing things over, doing one take, spitting on the floor, and leaving. Like, that'd be really interesting to see that behind the scenes footage, by the way.
I would
No,
love that,
like, they
yeah.
know exactly what they're doing. I mean, Vera, in my notes, I just put that she acts her face off in this movie. And it's just, like, everyone's on the top of their game, I think, in this movie, but I don't know how people can. I just started laughing, and not in a bad way, not in an ironic way. I feel like this
No, in
movie,
an enjoyable
yeah,
way, right? I
yeah,
mean, it's
exactly.
very entertaining.
Listen, you don't have a scene where someone opens up a refrigerator door and then closes it. You do that to just create fake dread. And it just made me happy. Like, you get to see Skarsgård in the window. And then, I mean, the blood in this movie is nuts. When CCH Pounder, Sister Abigail, gets hammered to death. Jeez
Yes.
Louise. When John,
Yeah.
Peter Sarsgaard, gets stabbed, he's stabbed what feels like 75 times.
Listen, that is some excellent stabbing action. Excellent
Esther
stabbing action.
doesn't play. Kate should take a page
No.
from the Esther book. And
Yeah.
Esther was going to smash Daniel with a rock.
She was. I mean, she pushed little Max in front of Sister
Oh
Abigail's
my
car.
gosh.
Like, the fact that Sister Abigail didn't hit Max was luck.
Oh.
But she almost died. Little Max almost died. Okay, listen, and also that little girl is the cutest, and I love her.
Hmm.
And like having this deaf character and the no sound in the scenes with her, that like created so much tension, but also you were so with her. Like I loved her the most of the movie. Little Max carried it. That little girl carried this film. She was amazing.
Just yeah,
Um,
her
Brother
reaction.
Daniel, yeah, it's like I don't know. Like we don't know if he makes it at the end, right? Because like he wasn't. She smothered him with a pillow, and they got a pulse back. But I think Daniel is pretty much screwed, right?
Oh wow. Yeah, his back
But
is
he was kind of heading in Dad's direction anyway, and Dad is useless.
useless dad. I wish his character was just so it's on IMDb. Vera Farmiga as Kate, Isabel Furman, who's great in The Novice, as Esther, CCH Pounder as Sister Abigail, Margot Martindale as Dr. Browning, Peter Sarsgaard as Useless. I wish,
Absolutely
because
useless.
you in this movie, it just becomes just such a laugh out loud thing where he, you know what I love too about this movie? I keep going off on tangents. I don't care. Where so Vera Farmiga, she lost her child. She became an alcoholic. Max almost died in the pond. I mean, this is a woman, Kate, who has so much going on in her life, and then you add in this orphan, and then you add in the daughter, Max. It's they piled on an almost comical amount of like like issues and diseases and just problems for these people. It just I wonder what a horror movie with just a because remember Laurie Strode in Halloween H2O, she became alcoholic. In the Halloween 2018, she is well an alcoholic again, a recluse alcoholic, and you just get all these kind of mixed up family dynamics. I want to see a horror movie with a normal family. I guess is there no wouldn't that be
That would be
scary?
boring.
Do you
No,
think
that would
so?
not be scary. That would be boring.
But don't you, because you like them, and it's not just like, listen, you're a former addict, alcoholic, stunt driver who used to ride NASCAR, but then you got into an injury and you got a concussion, and now you have blackouts, and your short-term memory isn't great, and you've also broken your leg, and you've been experiencing some paranoia lately due to your relapse from taking pills because of your legs and then you adopt a child. And it's just kind of comically piling stuff on. But wouldn't it work though if you like the family? A normal family takes Esther in and just slowly becomes this vice turning. No arms are broken. Well, an arm will still be broken like an orphan. But you get this slow vice with this family you like. Is that not like why do so many horror
Maybe that
families have
would work.
issues?
Maybe that would work for other people. I don't know. Maybe the people that didn't like this would like something like that. For me, I mean, I like the fact that you've got this high concept, crazy girl is actually 32, 33-year-old adult woman or whatever. She's in her 30s. This high concept, almost unbelievable type of premise. But then what the movie is actually about is this woman that is, she's been sober for a long time. She's a recovering alcoholic. And yet it's like the people in her life don't trust her or take her seriously. She's sober. She's done her time. She's went to therapy. She's like, proven that like, she can overcome her addiction and deal with it and like live with it like a normal person, like normal people would want her to and whatever. And still people don't trust her or believe her. Like they think she's crazy. And they think, yeah, no, she's off the wagon again and whatever. Like I love the fact that her husband is a cheating ass,
Mm-hmm.
but oh no, no, how can she even wonder about him being like, that whole scene where she confronts him, like, oh, how dare she? But he is constantly undermining her because she used to drink. She used to drink. Like, I love that whole thing playing out where, it feels like it doesn't matter what a person does or how they change. People always like hold their past over their heads. And in a way that also like Esther has the same kind of thing playing there, like with, yeah, her past of being an actual adult killing people because she's a serial psycho killer. I just love that. Like, that makes me love the movie more because it's all these layers, but they actually come together and they actually make you think. I don't think it's a shallow nothing movie. I don't, obviously, because of what I just said. So yeah, I think it's different for, like, maybe I think a lot of people didn't see it that way, and maybe they would rather want to see a happy family with no issues, and someone just coming in and destroying their idealistic lives that they think they live. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know how to write that, I guess, because it's just like that would be boring for me
Because
personally.
strangers, right? They're having marital issues, and then in Vacancy, they're having marital issues. And also, we were joking around about this. In Vacancy, Luke Wilson's character gets stabbed, and then he lays bleeding out for 8 hours, and then he wakes up at the end, and he
Oh
somehow survives.
yeah, I
But
forgot about that
how
movie.
funny would that be, though, in this movie where Sarsgaard wakes up, and then Esther just comes back and stabs him again? So we
I would
get
hate
two.
it if he makes it.
Oh
That
no.
guy is he's so infuriating.
Oh, he's the worst.
Because he's really just like that. Ah, he's like that guy. He just ahs at everything. Like, he never makes a tough decision. He just
No.
at yeah.
If he stood still, I feel like he could just melt into the ground. Or he could just walk into a wall and form a piece of it. That's how sort of
Absolutely.
shapeless and
But
formless he is. Like he's like a jellyfish.
I
But
also think like that, sorry, we're just like talking about the thrillers and like the bad relationships, but I mean, that's thrillers, right?
yeah.
Like, I don't think you can write a thriller where there's good relationships. Then it's not a thriller. Then it's like a drama,
Hmm.
Like, a thriller needs a complicated relationship. Otherwise, it's not a thriller. That's why Gone Girl is like probably the best modern thriller that we've got, like, since the 2010s. I would venture
Rosamund
a
Pike should have
saying.
gotten an Oscar nomination for that
I
movie.
mean, come on,
Or a
that
win,
book,
an Oscar
and
win.
still, and that movie is still so great. I watch that movie at least once a year just to check in and see, is it still as good as I remembered? Yes, it freaking is. And I mean, that is one crazy relationship. Like, you need a bad relationship to have a thriller. And Orphan is. It's a thriller horror. It's one of those with, like, feed in both. I love thriller horrors though. They're fun because that's the thing, they're fun. Like, thriller, serious. Horror, serious. Thriller, horror, fun.
And you make a great point too. And listen, no one believes Farmiga in this movie or Kate. So then that adds another element of suspense. So then
Yeah. And
you have
frustration.
you have Esther
It makes
threatening the
you root for
children. That
her.
Russian roulette scene where Esther pointed the gun.
Ugh.
Oh my God, at Max. I wanted to jump through the TV and just stop her from messing with Max. But
Yeah.
listen, it does make it better when no one believes you, when you are the person with the history of problems, but you are right and no one will trust you. I don't know, I want to see someone try. I mean, what about The Hills Have Eyes? Did that family like each other?
Oh my gosh. I can't even remember that movie. Wow. When last did I watch The Hills of Eyes?
Both of them. I like Wes Craven's and Aja's.
I remember liking it. It's been so long.
You bring two.
Wow, let's do a rewatch and like talk about those movies
Uh,
because I remember liking it. It would actually be so cool doing a rewatch pod.
let's do it. I would love to do that. Talk
Yeah,
about the Hills Have
definitely.
Eyes movies? Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's happening. Yay.
Listen,
Awesome.
that
I'll watch it
axe
and then we
flip.
can talk about, and we can link to Orphan again.
Oh, please. And that axe flip in The Hills Have Eyes when he goes to kill one in the remake,
Oh,
when he goes to
man.
kill the one of the, I don't know, what do you ever call them, inbred monsters, I guess, or whatever they are in there. But yeah, when he flips it, oh, it's such a good moment.
I remember just feeling very gross but sad afterwards. Like, those movies make me feel gross and sad. Like, I want to like get into a bathtub and cry for a very long time.
Yeah, those attack scenes in the caravan. Oh my gosh, nightmare fuel. Hey, one quick thing about Orphan? This is a movie that I feel like in a lot of worlds could have been PG-13, but instead it went full R, and I think it embraced the awkward scene where she's trying to seduce Egg, or Useless, I guess, whatever. Peter Sarsgaard is a wonderful actor. He's really good in the Batman, and I think
We
he's
love Peter
yeah.
Sarsgaard.
But
He
this
does
character,
amazing stuff. But this character, yeah, and that's the thing. He does this character great
perfect,
too, because
yeah.
this character is supposed to be like, oh gosh, yeah, just kill the husband, go away. You are not good for Kate. You are not good for anybody.
Yeah, to stab him. Esther kills him till he's just so dead. He is so dead in this movie.
But somehow we want her to kill him again.
Yeah, he wakes up like Luke Wilson, and he just gets killed all over.
Yeah.
But I think this movie, though, do you think that threw people off that it went so R? When she kills CCH Pounder, she tries to burn a child to death. She points a gun at Max. I mean, this is a quite a gnarly movie. And also, too, like, the camera in this movie also loves Vera Farmiga as well. Like, there's a lot of gratuitous shots of her in this film. But do you think people are thrown off by just how kind of violent and how it does go there? Or do you think this was too much for some people?
No, probably. I think like that's why I told you. I think if it came out today, I think people's reactions would have been different. I think it again would have been more like the way that they are embracing Malignant, like going there, doing this, yeah. I think like that would have been more of the. I mean, it's totally two different movies, obviously, but you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I think back then people did what? This was what, 2009? What? Where were we? 2009, yeah.
This was still remake central.
A long time ago. That's a long time. I can't even remember where I was back in 2009. I mean, yeah, gosh. Yeah, I think it might have been a bit just a lot for most people to really like deal with. I think also, like I had this thought about the movie that, it's also just like how cinema literacy, if you will, has evolved over the years on a mainstream level. Like we used to have a lot of film critics or, like minority of people would watch certain movies. And then a movie like Orphan came along that actually kind of like it crossed over to mainstream, because I was very surprised at how many people have seen this movie actually. Like that
80
always
million.
surprises me. Everyone knows this movie, and that's awesome. But yeah, I think back then it wasn't like the kind of movie that you'd think most people would see, but they ended up doing. And it's a good thing because, like, yeah, you need to watch more movies to get the vibe and get what like directors and filmmakers are doing and whatever. That's why, if it came out today, it would have been, I think, way more embraced as a way more fun movie.
Yeah.
Because it's not like Malignant went around being all scary movie about itself. It was also like as serious as Orphan on the surface. So yeah, I don't know. That's my sort of theory that I'm still struggling to get into words, obviously.
Well, you make a great point, though, because 2009, you brought up a great point, because I don't think people knew what to do with it. But if you look at the horror movies of 2009, it was a very weird blending of films. So you get the like Friday the 13th remake, you get the My Bloody Valentine remake, you get the Unborn remake, the Last House on the Left remake, you get the Sorority Row remake. So this, you get the Stepfather remake. So the 2000s were just straight up horror remakes. But then you also get Drag Me to Hell, which is was one of my favorite horror films of all time.
Yes.
But it's very comical. Like it's a comedy. I mean, when she's in the car park fighting that woman, she's like, "I beat you, you old bitch." Like that movie is a legit comedy. But then also too, at this year, this was the year that we got Antichrist, we got Thirst, and let's see, there's a few other movies that are just wildly messed up. The Human Centipede came out that year. Jennifer's Body, a lot of people missed that. Halloween 2, which was like Halloween 2
that
was
was the
super
year that
nasty.
people didn't understand movies. That's the official line. Bold claims being made on this podcast.
Like House of the Devil, like there's such whiplash in the horror. This is, what's interesting?
Yeah.
I've done posts for what Rotten Tomatoes and Movies, Films, and Flicks where I've looked at every single horror year. What's the greatest year for horror ever? And I've analyzed every year. Of all the years of horror, I feel like this is one of the most whiplashy of
Yep.
of years because you have Jennifer's Body, and then you have Thirst, and then you have Zombieland, and then you have Sorority Row. It's just such a weird movie. And then so Orphan comes out, and it plays, I think, if you don't get on its wavelength, but a lot of people have. I mean, this movie made $80 million. It has a wonderful twist to it, and it even holds up after the twist because you can just sort of enjoy the roller coaster ride of it. But I think you go into a movie expecting something super serious, and you don't get that because it's definitely cheeky. And then you go in there maybe looking for something that's just on the level of Friday the 13th, or just sort of something not very good, just like a trashy movie. But then there's a lot of prestige to this movie, and it's actually good. So I do think people, I don't know. I don't know if there was an Uninvited remake this year too. Maybe they just
I
didn't
would
know.
love to know.
Does that make sense though? You just like, this is a hard movie to peg down, Orphan, because it features, I mean, Margot Nightingale. Wait, no, Margot Martindale. Jeez Louise. Margot Martindale, huge actor, like award-winning actor. CCH Pounder, really great cast. Vera Farmiga just acting her face off. It's just a weird, because it's kind of trashy and it's kind of funny, but then it's really well performed, but then it's really bloody, and then you got cute kids, then you have almost child death, and then you have a character working through her demons, not being believed. Maybe, I don't know. But it was a success, but maybe people just didn't get on its wavelength, and that's why maybe it's rotten. But IMDb loves it. It's 7.0 on IMDb. That's really good.
Yeah, that's not bad. I think another thing about Orphan though is that, because yeah, you say like it did pretty well at the box office, and see, that's the thing, it was the big twist. It was also the era back then of, ooh, big twist movies. Like, it's not like every second movie had a big twist, but everybody wanted every second movie to have a big twist. So when Orphan came out, word of mouth's like, dude, did you see that movie? Twist! Everybody rushed to see it. And they're like, I think the reactions were, different there. Like a lot of people were like, whoa, and they were the word of mouthers. And I think a lot of people were also like, these people were very quickly becoming very critical over twists. Like, I felt like it was Sixth Sense, and then after that, everyone was a critic. And no twist could ever be as good as The Sixth Sense. Like, it was really, it got bad. It got to a point where films were being criticized only for their twists. And it's like, did you not watch the whole movie? Like, did you really just sit there for the twist? Like, anyway, but again, that's different ways how people watch and interpret things. I mean, like, that's just with everything. I think, again, like, this was one of those, where also a lot of people, like, kind of wanted to shut it down, like, oh, no, that was crap. And then people who actually liked it were just like, okay, then I'll just like stop talking about it, because that like happens too. So I don't know, because that's the thing. Everyone I know who's seen Orphan was like, oh my gosh, that movie's so great. I'm like, where's the hate coming from then? I don't understand really.
That's a really good point, because I don't know who dislikes. I've never met somebody that dislikes this movie.
No. So Mark, who the hell are these people? Like,
that's a really good point.
Show yourselves.
But you know what? It's getting a prequel, which is really odd. Isabel Furman was talking about that. She said, she's just gonna be bonkers the way that like they set that up. But I mean, it was in and out. The problem is it was in and out of theaters pretty quickly. So it started off with a $12 million opening, and then it went to 7, then 3, then 1, and then it dipped below the 1 million mark. But it was released during summer. This doesn't feel like a summer. Do people want to watch this movie in the summer?
Oh, I would watch this movie any season.
The mainstream. Does that make sense? You don't get many big horror releases in the summer, do you?
You don't, but I mean, that's good. Jaws was released in the summer, so I guess there'll always be an argument for like shooting big. But yeah, it is, I guess, because this is also like a deep winter movie. I mean, there's a lot of snow and ice. Like, there's a whole plot point surrounding the ice pond in their backyard. Also, how rich are these people?
Oh
See, this
gosh,
is
they're
the thing. I
stacked.
think they packed all the issues onto Kate because how else are you going to like this rich white woman and feel sorry for her?
Yeah,
Because those people are so stinking. It's like Corey said, these people don't have a house, they have land. It's land.
it's a big property and a beautiful modern
Holy
home
moly. It's beautiful, architecturally stunning.
and a
But like
safe
these people are
SUV that can survive a nice snow
rich.
crash.
Lovely, isn't it? But
Yeah,
yeah,
I never even thought about the money on this.
I never did until literally like I watched it again now for the pod, and I was like, yo, look at these rich bitches.
Do you think that's why
But
maybe Insidious works well? Because they don't move into the biggest houses in Insidious. They seem more blue collar.
yeah, it's interesting because I think, there you've got more of a Halloween, like, normal middle class neighborhood type of setup and situation, which is cool. But I also think we're so used to that. It's kind of nice seeing like a different class of people going through hell, if you will. I actually didn't mean to put it that way. That just came
Well, if you look
out.
at
But
Rosemary's Baby, right? They're wealthy. The Omen, they're
exactly.
super wealthy.
I think
Halloween, look at those
more.
houses.
Think it's more into that like type of vibe of it's not your suburban middle class shenanigans, which is always scary. But yeah, this is more your get out type of rich, like money. There's a lot of money.
Hey, Yale music
Yeah,
professors make good stuff, and so do architects.
yeah, exactly.
I
A
tried
lot
to
of money.
find the interview of Vera Farmiga complaining about the piano because she can actually play piano, and I didn't really find it, but that's what IMDb says a lot. I don't know if you found that.
No, what? What was she complaining
She
about?
said that she was mad. She said she played more piano in the scene, and then it got cut.
Oh, well, that wasn't necessary to show all the piano playing,
No,
Vera.
that'd be funny. Like I did a 6 minute scene, and then they keep it in, and everyone's just like, "What is happening?
I
What?"
just want everyone to actually watch me play piano. Listen, honey, I hear you, but that's why we should just like do YouTube videos.
And another thing too is I really
What
liked.
Instagram is for.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Well, wait, was Facebook was around? Was Instagram around?
2009. I think
Twitter?
like maybe just, oh gosh, maybe just, hey.
Yeah. I just wasn't on much of that stuff. I signed up
No,
for.
I was also a late bloomer to the social media. I remember my friend actually like forcing me to get a freaking account so that she can talk to me.
I moved to Korea, and
Your fault. Yeah.
it's your fault. Now you sucked me in. I got mine in Korea. I got a training session in Seoul, and we kind of bonded with all the people in our group. So like, oh, we need to keep in touch. And so people told me about
Yeah.
Facebook, and so I got
Yeah.
Facebook, and then I signed up for it. And I messaged one of the people. I'm like, hey, I'm on Facebook now, and they're like, that's a heck of a message you just wrote me. I'm like, what? But I know
What?
I do think though that Dark Castle Entertainment, Joel Silver, I mean he's the producer on this. DiCaprio was a producer, but they did some fun movies. They did House on Haunted Hill in '99. They did 13 Ghosts, Ghost
Wow.
Ship, which makes me.
Wow.
They did Ghost Ship, Gothica, which is fun, House of Wax. Then they did Rock and Rolla with Guy Ritchie. I actually like that movie a lot. And then 2009 they did Orphan, Whiteout, Ninja Assassin. Then they did The Losers, and then they did Suburbicon with George Clooney. Yikes. But that's
Oh wow.
they have a very odd release kind of.
Yeah, that's all over the place.
Yeah.
Like,
But I don't know. I think this is probably their best horror film. Like I like 13 Ghosts, but it's not. I think the ghosts are cool. Matthew Lillard's cool. You got Tony Shalhoub in it. That's really impressive. You know what they do? They just get huge. They got Jeffrey Rush in House on Haunted Hill. 13
yeah,
Ghosts. They
they
got
get
Tony
big
Shalhoub,
actors.
like Tony
Hmm.
Shalhoub and Ghost Ship. Like Gothica had Holly Berry. I mean, they somehow are managed to get pretty. Like Whiteout had Kate
I think they
Beckinsale.
do good contracting. I think they're just very good with contracts, honestly.
Yeah, hey, we got this great movie. Come on out. All right, that's fine. Pays
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
they've turned a profit. It looks here. So they've done their budgets are 374 million, and overall their movies have made 646 million.
Hmm.
And then they've done 62.9 million in US DVD sales.
Yeah, that's the thing. saying, it might not be your Oscar award-winning stuff, but I mean, it's the stuff people want, even if they think they don't want it.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
But this was
Orphan doesn't make sense, yet it's happened twice. So I think maybe if they just like, yeah, it's the kind of upside down universe we live in with them, you know, like the stories.
And this was an original property too in 2009. There
Yeah.
wasn't. I bet it felt very. It's just odd. I wonder if this feels to me like a October release or a February release. I wonder if in February with less competition, if it would have hung around longer. Because when you're dropped in the summer, this movie just had to compete with so many different films. But at the end of the day, it still made decent amount of money. So I mean, whatever. Made what?
Yeah.
41 million domestically.
I mean, that's not bad.
And at the time, there are no A-list stars.
Exactly. Back then, for a little thriller horror movie, that's not bad. In the summer, competing with, what was the blockbusters? What did it compete with?
Like Funny People, it was up against, and then it also had G-Force, Harry Potter, The Ugly Truth.
Oh gosh.
Katherine Heigl at her pomp, pulling in 28 million weekends. Then you had Funny People coming out, Harry Potter still. The next weekend was, let's see,
Orphan
G.I. Joe.
was the little movie. Mm-hmm. It was the little movie with the big twist that ran for a while. Yeah.
Oh gosh, and then District 9 came out. And then, it's probably hard to, that kind of blew everything out of the water there for a while. And then Glorious Bastards came out. So yeah, this was kind of, yeah.
Wow, what a run.
But yeah, it's
the rest of that year.
But to pull in that 41 million, that was word of mouth. It obviously had to have been word of mouth because there's nothing really provocative, right? They didn't go too far with it. You didn't hear anybody complaining like, oh, this is Lolita, or this is, how people kind of rally against a certain movie. There was none of that.
Yeah, no, I think actually the only thing that there was people being like, oh, like I hate horrors where the kids are in danger. I remember there was some of that, which is, yeah, that is exactly what you should feel. Good. Your feelings work. Awesome. Your natural instincts work. Great. Fantastic. But that was really, and then, I mean, because that's the thing, they went risque, but yes, Mark, I wouldn't even call it risque, really. Like, they actually did that very well, I think.
Yeah.
Because they went there, but it didn't feel risque. It didn't feel like a thriller would usually feel. And because it's like the thing of you think it's a kid before the twist, I think they did that so well, actually, given everything and how it plays out. I think well done.
I have a question. After so many horror movies, why are there still bullies? Because according to horror movies, bullies just eat it all the time.
Well, because this
I know.
real life, Mark.
It's a stupid question, but yeah.
Why do you want to make us depressed?
Yeah, exactly. No, actually, you know what? Tell me about the history of bullying, Zanandi, and how home life and what other words? Entitlement and that kind of stuff has created a bullying culture, and plus the internet, which has made it hard. Zanandi, can you talk us through this?
Where to begin? Let me just down 2 bottles of wine.
But yeah, the bullies get it in this, and just I like that Esther too is from the get. Even if you didn't see a trailer, you're just thinking this kid's not right. So if you never saw a poster, if you didn't see a trailer for a preview, and you just turn into this movie, they immediately, like in my notes, I wrote creepy immediately. Like they really do set her that way.
She looks like this Russian porcelain doll, which is like, what 9-year-old wears that? And she's too clever, so it's got that creepy, too clever for their own good. Oh, what is happening here? Like almost possessed vibe. I mean, they did that so well, actually. What I loved is also like little Daniel. I mean, little Daniel, like he was a bit of a twat,
Mm-hmm.
He had this little attitude of, oh, no, I'm not getting all the attention from dad, so I'm just gonna be mean and go read my porn in the
treehouse, immaculate treehouse.
Yeah, the beautiful treehouse, but then there's enough nuance and stuff to still make you feel for this kid because Esther puts him in his place. Like, she changes this boy. Like, she shuts him down, basically. He becomes all quiet and like completely different. I actually loved watching with the rewatch, like watching how he changed. Because like I think with all the other bigger characters, you kind of get distracted. Little Daniel is there for plot purposes, but actually a very good character. Actually well written, well executed with his little journey of being a twat little boy to, oh gosh, you know what? Yeah, I should not act like this. But then it's also actually too much antagonistic, like stuff that's being put on him, and he's not coping by the end of it at all. And so scared. He's like a little mouse. Oh, shame. The poor kid. And then he almost like burns to death. Poor Daniel. Daniel was put through the ringer. If you think about almost burned to death, fell out of the treehouse, broke God knows what in his body, all the bones, gets smothered by Esther in the hospital. I mean, shame. That kid actually had it the worst
Yeah.
of like the torture and the physical, and you kind of forget about that because all these other things are happening too. And that's what I love about this movie because it's packed, it's layered, it's not this simple fluff. There's a lot going on.
Daniel gets put through it, and in the original script he gets killed, which seems unnecessary. I don't know if a modern movie could do that. Esther just smothers a child to death. Could you do that?
But listen, I mean, in this one, he's smothered and his heart stops.
Yeah.
He dies, and then they bring him back after how long? That kid's not all right.
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry, guys, but you can't go that long without oxygen. So that kid's not okay.
Yeah, the brain's not
He's
good.
probably brain dead. So,
oh, gosh.
yeah. I mean, like, killing him is then actually, like, miss.
Oh, man.
I know. This movie is, yeah. I mean, it's not for the faint of heart. Listen.
Esther's a maniac, too. She doesn't
She's a
really...
complete psycho.
You know what's interesting, too, is
What a bully.
she's not okay, I don't know if she is a sociopath because she doesn't even try to play a game. She doesn't try to fit in. Yeah, because
exactly.
Sociopaths try to fit in, right? And try to blend in. So she never, ever once tries to blend in because
the warning sign should have been there, sorry, Mark, from the beginning. Like,
when they go to the...
Yeah, and they're like asking her at the, when they go to the adoption house. And they ask her, like, why aren't you down with the other kids? Oh, I don't see the point. I don't know why you would adopt a kid like that, but anyway. Like, what?
Yeah, you see thriving children playing and getting along and laughing, and then you go upstairs. Like, maybe you're thinking, oh, I like the introvert. But, yeah. That's not... Like, this one will never get adopted. Let's show her mercy. Yeah, then he walks up there. Yeah, but from the get. So that's interesting. So she's not a sociopath. She just, as soon as she gets to this house,
she's a full psychopath.
She wants death, and she wants and then she's already...
Yeah, and a pyromaniac, apparently, with all the burning.
Oh, gosh. And then her drawings with the black light.
Listen, that is, I mean... At that part, you can't, like, think, oh, this movie is super serial. Like, I mean, come on.
Yeah, yeah, I remember watching that and just laughing. Like, man, this is amazing. I mean, because
exactly.
Just the little art that for a 9-year-old, I don't know many 9-year-old artists, but geez Louise, this girl's talented with her art.
I know. I was like, how? So many red flags.
And then she learned sign language really quick, and then... Mm-hmm. She plays
Genius.
Piano. Well, I just wanted you to teach me. Oh, man. I guess in movies like this...
Kate just wanted a little brilliant, genius kid. Like, I'm like, what?
Yeah,
anyway.
What did you think about the editing in this movie? Because the time jumps seem quite drastic at moments. In the beginning, you don't quite know how much time is passing. Did you get that feeling or no?
Oh, gosh, I didn't.
I guess the editing took a while for me to get into because you would have some pretty hard cuts, and then is this 2 days later?
Yeah.
Is this a day later? It's like that to disorient you, but I also I don't know. I remember watching it going like, this is. I wasn't quite sure about the editing at first. It felt very off. But then I started thinking about his other movies and the way that they're edited with thrillers. I mean, editing in thrillers, you probably want to have a bit of a disconnect, just a way
Bit
of,
of a confusion,
yeah,
yeah.
because then that confuses the audience like nonstop. This is a movie on an airplane that relies so much on editing, like the shots and being like that. So maybe this is just him kind of building into thriller mode. Because Shallows, like I think that's expertly edited. So yeah, maybe he was working his way towards this with the edit. But no, it did felt a little jumbled at first. But I also know how
Okay.
much was cut out of this movie. So I
Ah,
wonder if they in the beginning I think they established the family a lot more and they do more of that. So I wonder if they cut that out. I mean, this is still a 2 hour movie. So I bet you they cut some stuff out and maybe that created some disconnect. Did you? But you didn't feel it, so
maybe.
who knows?
I didn't feel it, but I mean, I was very into this movie. This movie didn't really have to work very hard to get me to go with it. Like that little girl, Max, was enough for me. She was just freaking adorable
Oh,
and
so
did it so
adorable.
well. Oh, I love that little face every time. Like it's like I literally love that girl more and more every time I watch it. Like she's just amazing. But yeah, no, I was just like very into it. But now that you say it, I mean. I could see them definitely doing more of the family stuff in the beginning with Esther, you know, when
Hmm.
Esther like gets there. Because I must say, like that the bits in the beginning before Esther joins them at home, that felt a bit long for me. I would have actually tried to do that a bit more tighter, shorter. And then yeah, spend some more time with the family dynamics with Daniel and like, I think there's a lot of with her and Max, but I would actually like to have seen more of her and Daniel in the beginning. I feel like as the movie progressed and by the end, we got more Daniel Esther action, but not so much in the beginning. I think, yeah, like I would have liked actually seeing more and little things with her and both Kate and Useless Dad. Like, just sort of, yeah, a bit more there.
And the
I
kids at the
agree with that.
school immediately hate her. It'd be
Oh
interesting.
yeah,
It'd be interesting to see just her weird them out a little bit. And then, listen, bullies attack for any reason. So I'm not saying bullies need a reason, but the bullies just come at her so hard right off the bat, and that also made me laugh as well. But you know,
yeah.
do you think kids have a weird? Well, listen, there are bullies. There are legitimate bullies out there. But do you think some kids have a kind of weird radar. Like they're around somebody and there's like this person's not right. I don't know if kids can sense that more. But it seems like Daniel had that, but I don't want to justify his behavior because he was used to the attention, he wasn't getting the attention, he was being a bully, he smacked stuff out of her hands, he was being the stereotypical bullied kid, spoiled kid. But do you think he realized she was weird off the bat? Or do you think he was just a brat?
I think like a bit of both,
Yeah.
honestly. I think it was as easy as both with him. Like he was like, "What is this?" Because she does look weird and dress weird. It's like an immediate reaction. What is this now? And you talk funny. And what's happening? And why is this person coming to live with us? And it's all of that. And also, he's got useless dad as a role model, so he's a bit useless too. So
He's such an egg. It's such a
such
comical.
an egg.
It becomes
Oh,
so comical though. It just and it made me and then he's sitting there with going, "Hey, I'm going to leave you and I'm taking the kids." And you're like, "What is happening?" This guy he's definitely
he's
more of a plot
insufferable.
device. Yeah, definitely more of a plot device. But I guess one more thing, like what were your favorite moments in this movie? And I think another reason why part of this movie's success is, a lot of people talk about the trailer where her face is, they used like what different sides of her face to make it really symmetrical and everything matches up. But this movie also has some really good trailer moments. So when she's smearing her face, the makeup, when you have, those shots where she turns around, you have Vera Farmiga just sort of like, all of her scenes where she's being chased. Like this movie has good trailer moments in it too. It does have some long lasting images, but what were some of your favorites?
So I think one of the like it's a thriller. It's a thriller horror. Um, so one of the most panicky moments for me that I thought was pretty well done was when at the closer to the third act, I think we were almost in the third act, or were we in the third? No, we were close. Where they were at school and Esther put the car in reverse and that car started freaking sliding like backwards. That moment, every time I watch it, like I know what happens, but every time I get so panicky with little Max in that car. I thought that was just a very good sequence. And with the dad from whoever, we don't know, it's just a random dad at the school that runs after the car, trying to get to it, but it's impossible. So of course he like gets to the door and then bam on the ground because it's snowing, it's wet, it's like he's never going to do it, but he tried. And I'm like, oh, good for you, Dad, trying at least. But oh no, like that whole sequence. I mean, we talk about like the sand, the playground, sand, the playground scene. That's good. But yeah, like that car thing it just freaked me out. All the stuff with Max is my favorite, pretty much. And then I do love that moment where Esther is in the room and she's like, it's where it's the reveal of the smut drawn onto her walls.
Oh yeah.
And she's standing there with the button on off with the lights. Like I love that. It is so over the top. I mean, that right there, like I think you mentioned it too. Like that's when you also know this movie isn't like all so serious. It's that moment is great.
How would Useless Dad explain her turning the lights on and off like that?
Right? Like, I don't know. She probably saw someone do it that traumatized her when she was young. Gosh, sorry, it's all my fault. You'll probably say that. Gosh.
Oh man, yeah. I'm sending you to rehab. What?
He's the worst.
The worst.
What did you say? She cuts all the flowers, and like he's like,
she didn't know.
She didn't know.
Oh
it's all
gosh.
My fault.
Oh.
How is it your fault? How is it your fault? Oh, because I told her to like do something nice for you. Did you tell her to cut the flowers? No, you didn't. What are you talking about, guy? Oh my God.
He would know about those roses, and he would know about how much she cares. And so if she just said, listen, I told her about this, and now it was my fault. I told her to do something. Oh.
Also, how is he not upset about that? Like, does he care so little? I feel like he's so detached. He's like the most detached character. Like, we talk about psychos and sociopaths, but I'm like, what is wrong with this guy? Because there's a pathological detachment there.
Yeah, but
that I'm just like, he might be the creepiest character of all of his characters.
Because he can't blame anything. He doesn't smoke a ton of weed, so he's zoned out, right? He doesn't. I don't see him popping pills. He's not on Quaaludes. He's not super drunk.
But then his wife gets like admitted. What is the first thing he does? Home alone, in charge of the kids. What is the first thing? He pounds a bottle of wine.
A full bottle.
That's the first thing he does. I'm like, you freaking hypocrite. I can't with that dude. Like, every time I watch it, I'm like, no, just talking about it, I get so upset. But then, I mean, I love it because it's so entertaining. But, I hate the dude. He's terrible. He's absolutely terrible. Lock him up. He's useless.
One more thing before we get out of here. I think that one of the keys to survival in a horror film is when you sense that a situation is off and you sense that you have a killer near you. Never be like, I'm taking you back to the home tomorrow. You're done. Just kind of say, oh, hey,
going for ice cream.
Yeah. Hey, let me go refresh this wine, and then just run or grab Max and lock yourself in a room. Just don't just threaten he doesn't know that she's a maniac, and then just take your eyes off of her. But yeah, he should have just been like, yeah, that's great. I'll go get some wine. Just go rescue Max. Go get out of there. Oh man, You're right. He does chug wine. What a dirtbag. But all I'm saying is, you see in so many movies where the villain's like, I'm gonna go to your wife's house, and I'm gonna kill your kids after this, and then the hero rallies. Or when someone's like, you're never gonna get away with this. You're done. This is over. I'm gonna go call. Then they get killed. So just, if you're in that situation, if you're a villain, don't threaten a person's family. Just say it's just you. And then if you're a hero or someone else, don't say, you're going to jail tomorrow. Just be like, it's cool. Like, I'll see you tomorrow. Like, just kind of walk away. Does that make sense?
You've got it all figured out,
That's how
don't
I've
you, Mark?
survived so many horror movies, Zanandi. I mean, I have survived. I've survived Michael Myers. Oh, jeez Louise.
Listen, we've got our checklists, and that's why we're still standing. So,
Oh yeah, it's like Zombieland. You have your
enough said. Exactly.
that none of what
Trust
I
your
said,
gut.
which was zombies,
Number
though.
one,
That's the problem.
trust your gut.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Cardio.
listen about these sand sharks.
I guess just stay away from
sharks.
sand.
What? But then, yeah, that's easy. That's too easy.
Yeah.
It has to be lice.
Like, oh man, that's terrible. Because then you can take them with you, and they just
Sand
burrow in
lice
your
zombies.
brain.
And they stay there.
What about sand shark lice? Lice shark. So they're sharks, but they're lice.
So they survive underwater too.
So they have
Do
to
they
burrow
need
their way into your
water?
brain quick.
For the water.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'll see if I can pull up a rough draft this evening and get back to you on that.
Please do. Hey, so where can people find you on the socials? Where are you at? So they can
On the
find
Twitter.
You.
You
Yeah.
can find me on the Twitter. Yes, at Sanandi on Twitter. I do some articles for Cracked, and yeah, find me on Twitter. Cool.
And then, what about your writers page?
Oh yeah. Thanks, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I recently started a writers page on Facebook, since that will probably never go away and become the mecca of online engagements. But yeah, if you're on Facebook and you want to check out, that's actually, it's Twitter and the Facebook page is Nani Buetes, where I share a lot of what I'm currently doing whenever I am doing it or trying to. It's a brand new page. I actually don't. Mark, you need to give me tips on how to do pages. Like, I don't know. You're so good at it because you do like tournaments and polls and stuff. I'm like, maybe I should also like ask people about polls. I don't know. I'm struggling to get people to engage, I guess.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
I try to get people engaging. It's just like top 5 Dwayne Johnson, or who's better, top 5, what are your top 5 Leo DiCaprio or McConaughey overall films? Just something that gets people going. But whenever I'm like, hey, read this review, people are like, what?
Yeah.
So.
I think also, like, at this point, I think it's like more of my friends and people and stuff also, like, just, supporting me. Doesn't necessarily mean they're super into movies. I know, like, when I talk to a lot of them, they're like, so Nani, when do you have time to watch all of this? I'm like, darlings, I'm getting paid for it, so don't you worry about me. But yeah, I mean, join us if you love movies and come tell me what you like. I would actually love to start chatting with people online more about cool stuff instead of just seeing people yelling at each other. Oh gosh, I can't. Don't come and yell.
Hey, you get paid for your job?
Well, not this.
Hey, Mark, we gotta talk.
Share the Movies, Films, and Flicks podcast so we can all get paid.
That's right.
And then give you even cooler interviews, like with actual actors and directors, because that's totally what we would do. Gosh. If we have the money. We would totally do that, you guys.
Get James Wan on. I'm terrible at interviews, but
I'm great with it. See, that's where I come in.
Oh, yeah, we'll just bring you in, and then I'll just say stupid things.
Question answer vibes. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, you are there for the stories and the chaos that we need for the organic awesomeness to happen.
Hey, John Pogue likes us.
Listen, your page already has a lot of cool people following, so watch this space. Watch this space.
Well, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks, Mark. It's been fun as always. And I'm going to watch Heels of Ice. And yeah, we're doing that for sure.
After the Scream?
After Scream, yes.
I just had an ant biting me. So all this talk about lice, and then I look over and there's an ant on my arm. I'm freaking out. We got to get out of here.
Sand ants.
We got to get out of here. I'm freaking out.
Freaks.
I can't talk these ants down.
Mark.
All right. So for me, Mark Hoffmeyer versus Nandi Boetas, this is Movies, Films, and Flicks. We'll see you next week.